Welcome to Sango Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to retouch this beautiful image on my screen. So I'm not going to waste much time on this tutorial, so I'm going straight to the point to start this tutorial. I want you to carefully pay attention to this video. So let's get started with this video. So first of all, as you can see on my screen, you can see this beautiful image. So first of all, what I'll do here, I'll just remove the blemishes. Then I'll come to my background here and create a new layer by pressing Ctrl+J on my keyboard. Then I'll come to my healing brush tool. Then I'll come to my spot healing brush tool. Then make sure it's on content aware fill, and then you zoom in. Then I'll remove the blemishes bit by bit. You can see. As you can see, I'm just removing the blemishes like that. Just like that. And you have to do it carefully and slowly, because you can easily distract your image. So after I finish, then I'll go straight to my frequency separation. I have the actions. Very soon I'll be creating a website that you can go and download my Photoshop actions, presets, and then my leaks and others. So very soon I'll be creating those types of websites so that I can help you improve your photography ideas. So what I'll do after I finish, there's no any blemishes on the face again, so I'll come down and let me come here. As you can see, there's not any much blemishes on this image. So what I'll do next is I'll go straight to my frequency separation. I'm going to show you bit by bit on how to create the frequency separation action. I'll be putting the link in the description so that you can follow and know how to create a frequency separation action in Photoshop. So what I'll do next is I'll just come to my actions here. So I'll come to frequency separation. Make sure that it's 8-bit image. As for 16-bit image, I'll also drop that link in the description on how to create frequency separation for 16-bit images. So I'll just go straight to my frequency separation, then hit continue. Here we are. So you reduce the radius down. You select where there are match textures, as you can see on the screen. You select where there are match textures. Then after you see, here there's match texture. So I'll come to the radius. I'll pull the radius up to. If you pull the radius up, as you can see when you see the still textures are not seeing well. That is where you can leave it. Or if it is still, if you reach 6. And then it's still see, so you increase it a little bit. As you can see, I'll leave it at 7.4. Then I'll hit OK. Then hit continue. Then after that, I'll close my actions here. And then I'm open my frequency separation there. I'll come to low frequency. So this is where I want you to pay maximum attention on this side. So this is where I'm going to show you how to set the frequency separation mixer brush tool. So first of all, you come here, then right click, and then come to mixer brush tool. And if you can't find yours, you can just come to this three dots. You find yours here, and then you come to mixer brush tool. Then next you are going to do is you come to clean brush, then clean the brush, and then you come and load brush, load the brush after each stroke and check it, and then you check. Let's see this one, clean the brush after each stroke. So the mixer brush fluid is going to automatically clean the brush after each and every stroke. So you leave it here, then make sure it's on custom, and then wet, you make it I'll make it 9. Then you make it 9, then load 75, then mix 90%, and then flow 100. So what you are going to do next is you zoom the image and make sure here is at 10%, here is 0 degree. Make sure you didn't sample all layers. So you zoom in your image well, then you come to high frequency and check it. Then come to your frequency separation here. Then you use the left hand bracket to reduce the size of the brush, and then use the right hand to increase the size of the brush. So I'll increase the size of the brush by the left hand brackets on your keyboard. So after I'll then start mixing. You mix it. As far as you are mixing, the more the image is being plastic, the more it applies the effects on it. So you mix it like that, just like that. Just mix it like that. The more the image is being plastic, the more you are getting your results. The more the image is being plastic, the more you are getting your results. So I will just continue with that mixing. Then I'll continue with that mixing. The more the image is being plastic, the more you are getting your results better and better. So I'll continue mixing it like that. So and don't forget, if I finish creating that website for you to download my skill loots, and then I offer some I want to decide to say I want to offer a free one, and then you can also buy, and there is a free one and the one that you can also buy it. So it's not everything that is free in this world. So I'll just drop the link in the description on how to create the frequency separation action in Photoshop. If you don't know how to create the frequency separation action, just click on that link. Then you know how to create the frequency separation action. So I'll continue mixing it like that until I get my better and result my better. Because here is the hand, no one will have time to zoom, so I'll just mix it lightly, not too much. See, like this is okay and better. So I'll leave it like that, and then come to my frequency separation and hit my high frequency separation on, as you can see. So let's see the before and after. So before, after. As far as we are gaining the more skin textures, you can see the results. So let's see the before, after, before, after. So as far as you use the frequency separation action, you uncheck or you unview the high frequency layer. So you won't be able to, mix on all the parts of the image, and then so if you see that the image is, you get your better results. So you also do a frequency separation again. So if you just come on the frequency separation action and hit it, it's not going to it's not going to open. You can't do it. So you come and close your frequency separation action right here. And then you go to you come and press Ctrl Shift Alt E on your keyboard, and then press Ctrl J again twice. So you can see. So I'll name this layer high frequency for low frequency for shots, and then high frequency shots. Then I'll uncheck it and then come to low frequency, then come to filter, we'll come to blur and Gaussian blur as far as you see the image. So after that, this is the radius of the first frequency separation that you just apply. So you don't have to, you have to change the radius because it's not going to work at all. So you reduce the radius up to 4.5 is okay. So you click OK, then come to your high frequency, then click on it, then come to image and apply image, and then come to layer, and then come to low frequency, and then blending. Your channel will leave it RGB, and then make sure you do event, and then come to blending, then change it to subtract, and then opacity 100, scale you make it 2, and then offset 1.8. as far as you can see the skin textures. So this is just how to create a frequency separation action, but this is not the brief method to create a frequency separation action. So I recommend you to go and watch how to create frequency separation action. This is, I just dropped the link in the description. So I'll hit OK, then I'll come to normal, then come to linear light, then after that you come and group everything together, and then just come here and group everything, then name it FS for short. That is frequency separation 2. Then you open it again, then come in and check it, and then go to your mixer brush tool, and then you zoom in, and then start mixing it again. Let's start mixing it and blending. Make sure you blend from skin tone to skin tone, from shadows to shadows, from highlights to highlights, just to match the skin tones and the highlights and the shadows. So then I'll paint it well. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and then don't forget to like so that YouTube can push it to many people's, and YouTube can push it to many people's, yeah. I'm not going to make it much, so I'm not going to waste time, and I'll just blend it lightly. Here too, I'll just blend it lightly. I don't want to waste much time on this tutorial. So let's see now. Let's see now. As far now, you can see the image I've changed before and after. So what you are going to do next is you are going to use the Lasso tool to enhance your frequency separation. So what you are going to do next, you come to low frequency, then come to Lasso tool, then come to make sure is, or let's see, new selection, and then feather make it at 20 or 30, so I'll prefer to use 30 for this image. So likely you have to use 30 there. You have to use 30, yes, 30 pieces or what, I don't know. So make sure it's anti-alias. Oh yes, I don't know the shop. So you come, then drag it as smoothly and slowly. Wow, you can see. Then after you do this selection, then come to filter, then come to blur, and Gaussian blur. So you can see now. So if you reduce the radius, you see the image have totally changed. So if you also add it, the more you add, the more you get better and better. So the more you add it, so just leave it at this radius of 10. No, let me just make it 18. Yes, see, 18 is looking good. So I'll click OK. Then I'll go to here, I'll come here, then I click and then Gaussian blur, apply a Gaussian blur, then apply a Gaussian blur, then apply your Gaussian blur, then you come to the nose tool. I see something here. No, this is not what I want. It's not what I want. So as far as the way you see it, so you have to go back and reduce the radius, and then you come to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur, then you reduce the radius of to 4.7. It's okay. Let's make it 5.2. Okay, now it's looking good. So I'll make it, I'll come here too after. So just come here again. So you can see now the image is looking better and good. So I'll just come here again. Okay, and come to the hands too. Just to enhance the hands a little bit. Good. So you can see now the image is looking good. So let's see the before and after. Before. So what you are going to do next, you are going to do the you are going to do the dodge and bend. The dodge and bend. So you are going to do the dodge and bend. So first, what I'm going to do here is I'll just wait a minute. I'm going to do the dodge and bending on this image. So I'll drop the link in the description on how to create. I'll drop the link in the description on how to create dodge and bend, frequency, separation, actions, and the rest. So what you're going to do next, you're going to do the dodge and bend. So I'll just come to my. Okay, let's do it like this. So Shift, Control, Alt, E, then Control plus J again. So you come again and come to create new fill or adjustment layer. Then come to caps. So you decrease the highlights, brighten the image a little. Then you come to the white layer mask, and then you invert it by Control plus I to invert. Then you name it dodge. Then you come to the other one. You say apply the same thing. Then you reduce it down a little bit. So you come and invert it. Then name it Ben. Let's name this one Ben. Okay. So I'll group everything together. So let's do the dot and then before I'll group everything. So I'll just come to my mixer brush tool and right click and then come to brush tool. Then I'll reduce the flow. Make sure opacity is at 100 and the flow 100. So I'll just reduce the flow a little bit. So I'll make it for this image. I'll make it for 35. It's okay. Yes, 35 is okay. So I'll just open my brush a little bit. Then I'll zoom in. Then I'll just paint the highlighted area of this image. So I'll paint the highlighted area in this image. So I'm just painting the highlighted areas in this image. So I'm just painting the highlighted areas. Then we come to the pen. Then come to the where you can see shadows on the image. So I'll just come here, then start to paint. Where you can see shadows here. So you have to take your time, because if you are going to do it in a hurry mode, I'm telling you, you are not going to get everything well. So just follow the procedure and keep watching, and so that you get whatever I'm going to do in this tutorial. So what I will do next is I'll just group everything together. So I'll group everything together. Then sorry, I didn't yet finish with my dodge and bend with my bending, so I'll just put some highlights here that look crazy, and then highlights here. So that look good. That look good. So I'll just group everything together. Then I'll name it, or you can leave it. So for here I'll name it dodge and bend for short, DNB. So I'll name it. So if you can see it's too much on this image, so you just come to the opacity, and then if you see it's too much on your image, you just come to opacity and reduce it. And see, now it's looking good. Image is looking good, so let's see the before after. Let's add the dodge and bend a little bit. 45 is okay, so let's see before after. So this image is looking good. So what you are going to do next, I'm going to show you how to whiten the eyes, and then I'll move on to how you can calibrate this image. So first you are going to do is you are going to come Ctrl plus Shift Alt E, then Ctrl J on your desktop, sorry, on your keyboard. So you come to where is it, hue and saturation. So after you come here, you will just come to the saturation, then you take it down to -100, and then the lightness, you increase it. The lightness, you increase it at 5 is okay, or you can even add it or reduce it. So I'll just come and invert it. So I'll just zoom, make sure my opacity is at 100, and I'll select my brush to flow to 100. Then I'll zoom in. This image. So after I zoom this image, so I'll just whiten the eyes. just whiten the eyes a little. So I'll just whiten the eyes a little. Make sure you whiten it slowly and carefully. If not, you can get rid of it. So let's see. Now the eyes is looking good, but you can see those black areas. So I'm going to fix that. You come to the hue rotation, then you take it down a little bit. Then let's see now. Now it's looking good. So let's reduce it a little bit. Brightness a little bit. Now it's looking good and better. So I'll just leave it here. So after that, after the next thing we are going to do, we are going to do the color grading of this particular image. So what you are going to do next, you are going to press Ctrl plus Shift E, then Ctrl plus J, then you come to filter, and then come to camera raw filter. You wait a minute or seconds. That's open. Boom, that's open the camera raw. So you just zoom in it, or you can just leave it like that, so that you can see those distracted areas and fix it. So what you are going to do next, you are going to come and take the highlights, then take the highlights down a little bit. The shadows, take the shadows to a little bit, and then whites, you increase it, you reduce it a little bit, you increase it, you reduce it a little bit, and then blacks. Then I'll come to my vibrance. I add a little bit vibrance to my image. It's okay. So now I'll come to color. I will skip all these layers. So I'll come to the color mixing. So I'll just come to my res here. Let me take my res slightly. So I'll come to saturation, add the rest a little bit. So I'll come to the oranges, add a little bit of orange in this image. So let's see. So let's zoom it. So I'll add a little bit of oranges to this image, a little bit, and then luminance. Then I'll make the oranges a little bit up. So what I'll just do next, I'll just come to my basic, then I'll crude this image a little bit. So I'll come to exposure. So let's do it slightly. So let's see the before and after. For watching this video, and then stay tuned for more and more amazing Photoshop tutorials with single designs. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Peace.